Good morning, CB, and welcome to our DSET final.
Our class worked very hard on today's show.
Yep, we have stories on... Yep, we have stories from gaming in class, injured athletes, school drama, spike ball, men's volleyball, and a story about our school dress code, all produced and made by our class. So let's begin the show.
Have you ever thought about the gaming issue in class?
Sometimes, but luckily our very own Courtney Chin interviewed some students and teachers about gaming in class and answered our questions.
Do you play games in class?
Yes.
What's your favorite game?
Geometry Dash.
Do you like educational games?
No.
Do you play games in class?
No.
Oh.
He does. Academic weapon, you know?
Oh, what's your favorite educational game?
Angry Birds 2.
Do you play games in class?
No. No, I don't.
Oh.
I'm good.
Do you play games in class?
Yeah,
What's your favorite game to play?
I'd say Heyday.
Do you like educational games?
Yeah, Heyday's educational. You get to learn about chickens. I gotta make sure I mine. Gotta feed my cows, you know?
Ow.
Do you play games in class?
Yes.
What's your favorite game to play?
Retro Bowl,
no,
Clash
no.
Royale,
Grand
Mountain,
Grand Mountain.
Goat Simulator. I play Minecraft sometimes.
Okay.
Then we asked the teacher's perspective on whether banning iPads is a good idea due to the gaming issue in class.
Yes. As I go into my second year here at Christian Brothers, I may be banning iPads for my next set of classes. They're just too distracting. What am I supposed to do?
This has been Kennedy Lindsay on the Talon Morning News.
Just a reminder, there is an early dismissal slips during finals. All students are required to remain in the classroom until the end of the period. The student store will be open from 12:25, 1 p.m. through Monday and Thursday this week. It will be closed on Friday, May 19th.
Seniors, don't know what to do with your school clothes? Go to CB Clothes Closet where you can donate old CB clothes for other students. All students are encouraged to donate their gently used CB clothes that meet dress code guidelines. Remember, each item should be clean, free of stains, rips, or scissor cuts. All donations are accepted in the front office now through summer. Interested in service opportunities? Well, you're in luck because we have service from Oak Park Community Gardens, after-school tutoring, and more. To get more information, check the Daily Bulletin or the LSLO. If you're interested in preparing for your June SAT, you can take your very own SAT class here at CV on campus. Be quick, because your class sizes are limited. For more information, check the Daily Bulletin.
Everyone who plays a sport has been hurt before, but some CV athletes need months-long rehab for injuries.
We interviewed 4 student athletes who were injured during their season and a basketball coach. We asked them a series of questions about their injuries. Will Littlejohn is the quarterback of the football team.
I suffered a fracture on my right index finger from the tip of my finger all the way down to the knuckle. I kind of went to a dark place for a while, like wondering why I would get injured, because I put in a lot of work before this season just for it to kind of end. I thought my season would be over, but luckily I got treated fast enough. The biggest setback was definitely not playing as much. I kind of had the starting spot before the season, and I had to earn it back.
Kamaya Harris is a pin hitter on the volleyball team.
I was in a car accident. I was really upset because just like knowing that I wouldn't come back as like myself before was just like, it just sucked. But like I had a lot of drive to come back and just get back in the gym and get better. The biggest setback was probably just like literally just not being able to do anything, just having to sit and watch people practice. I wasn't able to play in the last game of league or Holy Court, so it was really annoying because like I couldn't contribute anything to my team.
Nick Goldberg is the pitcher for the baseball team.
What was your injury?
I tore my posterior superior labrum, so that's kind of the back of my shoulder, right around there.
How did you?
I still can't throw a baseball. Hopefully, I will be in like 2 weeks, but so I couldn't play. That definitely affected me a lot. It was pretty devastating, just kind of having that taken away, and then like I mentioned, the added fact of getting recruited by colleges, and I had a couple schools drop me after I got injured, so that was tough. So it just kind of made that whole process more complicated, and then like I mentioned, just not having baseball and going out and seeing my guys and playing catch every single day definitely took a toll on kind of my motivation, mental health as a whole. I was a little angry, right? That I wish, I was like, oh, what could I have done to not get injured, or what was I doing wrong, and all this stuff, and it turned out to be kind of out of my control. It's just one of those things that happened.
Kaya Foster is a shooting guard for the basketball team.
I tore my ACL. When I was playing in our section championship game, I just landed wrong and it tweaked my knee. I really just thought I just tweaked it, but it was something more serious than that. It's just nervous because I don't know how I'm gonna play when I come back. I'm doing physical therapy, just going to my PT every single week and just getting exercises from there. And it's starting off slow right now, but it'll start to pick up as soon as I get range of motion back.
Shandon Foster is the CV basketball coach and Kaya's mother.
Well, Kaya falls 152 times a game. So for me, when I first seen her fall, I thought she was going to get up. When I first seen it, I wasn't too worried. Didn't get worried until she went back in and couldn't go, and then that's when I knew she was hurting. So that was scary. I tore my ACL in college, and so it was one of those things where I was able to say this is what I did or this is what I didn't do. I personally did not take my rehab seriously, so it's something that I'm trying to get through to her. Like, if you really want to play, you've got to take this serious, and just kind of just knowing the effects that it can do to someone who's played many, many years mentally was something that I was able to kind of help her through, or still helping her through. It's just a lot of talks with her. It's a lot of rehab, kind of pushing her to almost to where I annoy her. But that's kind of what the plan is to get her through it.
This is Emma Oliveira signing off for the Talon Morning News.
The CB Theater Department has been operating for many years. It envelopes many categories such as plays, musicals, concerts, and more.
Austin Miller sat down with one of the teachers who runs the theater department and asked here about what it means to be involved in CB Theater.
Many people know about CB's theater, but what is it like behind the scenes? We asked Miss Christensen how it feels to teach theater.
Well, at this school I teach the theater arts class, but that's not the only thing that I teach. I also teach students how to build scenery, how to hang lighting, and I do that through the Tech Factor. I also teach students how to be on the crew for our plays and our musical productions. So only part of my teaching happens in the classroom. The rest actually happens outside of it. I was initially hired to open the building on a short-term basis, and then if I did well at that, they would ask me to stay on as a technical director, which they did. But in the meantime, the theater teacher had quit. And so they asked if I would be willing to teach the theater class as well. And I said, well, sure, I'll take a crack at it. So it was, I think Spielberg calls them happy accidents.
We also asked Natasha Reese what it's like to be a student in the theater.
Theater is very fun. It really opens up your perspective and lets you try new things. I like meeting new people. That's always a plus. And I like the ability to just be yourself. I chose theater as my elective because before high school I was new to all these different kind of things, and I did theater previously, so I thought that would be a good choice.
What's your favorite memory from being in theater?
Ooh, favorite memory. That would probably be one of the plays, or definitely Seussical. Yeah, everyone I loved is in there.
For the Talon Morning News, this has been Mason Barnes.
Mr. Hogan is the greatest, most wonderful, amazingest teacher ever. And I'm not just saying that so I can get a good grade.
Hannah Stouter and Yvonne Nguyen took a deeper dive into Mr. Hogan's background in his life outside of CB.
While students only know Mr. Hogan as the KBFT director, he is more than just an ordinary teacher. To support our statement, we interviewed several students about their Hogan knowledge.
What do you know about Mr. Hogan? Mr. Hogan is my video production teacher, and also he's the teacher for KBFT. I think he does KBFT.
He's a wonderful filmmaker and has dedicated this part of his life to inspiring the youth.
I was a dean of students. Mr. Hogan was never in dress code.
To get to know Mr. Hogan more, we asked him why he pursued video production.
I took video production and broadcasting in college because I liked it and I was interested in it. Then I was between things. I was doing like real estate investing in Hawaii. I needed something to do in between those projects, and so I started substitute teaching, and I substitute taught at Christian Brothers, and I really liked it. They called me up, I was in Hawaii, and they were like, do you want the job till Christmas? And I was like, yeah, I'll do it. And then I never left. I was just been doing it ever since.
Next, we wondered what Mr. Hogan likes to do outside of school.
My hobbies are really my family. I volunteer on all my kids' sports teams and leagues.
Mr. Hogan also likes to go
Sailing. I go sailing with my dad whenever I can.
In addition, we questioned Mr. Hogan if he had ever considered any profession other than video production.
Yeah, sure, I think you do, but I love the mission of Christian Brothers High School. I think about doing other things, but I love the mission. KBFT provides a lot of things I really like. I get to compete, I get to work with kids, which I think is great and fun, and the job is challenging.
Finally, we asked the most important question. Does pineapple belong on pizza?
That's not a real question. You can put anything on pizza. There are no rules. Pizza is wide open. It's a democratic institution. You want it on there, you can put it on there.
This has been Hannah Stouter
and Yvonne Nguyen
reporting for the Talon Morning News.
Hey Kennedy, were you at the spike ball tournament last week?
No, I wish, but luckily we have a video of the tournament made by Lauren Oshida and Peggy Kuzmich, in case you missed it.
You may have seen some nets on the main lawn during lunch and wondered, what are they for? Those are spike ball nets, and they can be a lot of fun to play with friends or family. With summer right around the corner, you should invest some time in this great activity. We interviewed spike ball athlete Josh Ryan to get an inside look on this wonderful game.
Spike ball is a 2v2 game using this little circular net, a ball. It's like a cross between a bunch of different sports like volleyball. Yeah, spike ball really helps the students because it keeps a lot of people engaged at lunches, and we can enjoy real nice days like today. And yeah, it just keeps everyone, watching something and get involved with something. And it's just really fun for the whole community.
What's your favorite part about the game?
Favorite part about the game is probably it's super competitive. And I'm a competitive guy, so I just like, going head to head with other students, my friends, picking your teammate, and it's just super involved. You always get to talk a little trash to the other team, but still keep it civil. So yeah.
You have likely heard about a spike ball tournament that went on throughout the past week. These games occurred during lunch. 2 students, Dylan Messier and Jack Soares, came out victorious in result of all their hard work. After a game more intense than Game 7 of the Kings vs. Warriors, we interviewed them about their win.
How many games did you guys play to get here?
We played a total of 4 games. 4 games. We've probably been part of this for almost 3 years now. Just all throughout COVID kind of started, and then we started playing.
What's your favorite part of playing?
I think my favorite part is just playing new people on the lawn. Some I never met some of these people, and kind of just uniting us through a game of spike ball. It's kind of cool.
Final question is, who's better between you two?
We are both the same, and that is why we won the tournament, because we have team chemistry. Yep.
That's good. Congrats, you guys.
Thank you.
Grab some friends and come out at lunch to try a new activity. Spike ball is a judgment-free sport where anybody can play. Maybe you can be the new up-and-coming winner of the next tournament. This has been Lauren Oshida for the Talon Morning News.
What's up, CB? Lauren Oshita back at it again with sports news. Starting off strong, women's track and field won the Division III section title this past week, and this weekend they will compete in the Masters tournament. In softball news, they unfortunately lost their game this past Monday. However, they had a good season with 13 wins and 9 losses. Congrats on another great season, ladies. In baseball news, Coach Shane Spence won Coach of the Year. Additionally, senior Dylan Drake won Player of the Year. Congrats. Your men's baseball team won against Central Catholic on Monday, but unfortunately lost against them yesterday. They have their tiebreaker game tonight at home at 4 p.m. Make sure to show up and show out. Men's volleyball completed their season going 14-14. Next up is a video showing a recap of their fun season.
Watch number 11. He's about to bounce. Oh God, watch.
One of our lesser-known teams at CB, men's volleyball, is trying to put CB on the map. They had a great season this year, finishing second in league and qualifying for Division III playoffs. We interviewed head coach Charles King about his hopes for the team heading into the first round of the playoffs, and how they'll use their knowledge and the strengths of the team to make a deep run into playoffs this year.
So excited for this group to make it to playoffs. I think we can make a real deep run into playoffs. We have all the pieces. We are a senior heavy team, so we have strength at setting position, outside position, libero position. It's really going to come down to how we perform every single match.
Next, we interviewed junior Hunter Marcantonio on his thoughts about the game tonight.
I'll win tonight. I feel like we did a perfect job. We executed every pass. Most of our hits were great. No errors, barely any errors. Let alone, I feel like we played a perfect game. I think we don't go far in the playoffs. Stay with it, bang that.
Sadly, our men's team was unable to pull out the win against West Park, but they still had an amazing season. Congratulations to Jaden Nero, Dustin Regino, and Nolan Nguyen for making the All-League team.
This is Spencer Mack
and Stephen Hewitt reporting for the KBFT Talon Morning News.
School out of dress code?
Never. Well, maybe once. Here's a story about how dress code is changing at Christian Brothers.
Create a new relaxed dress code. Due to this, students have taken advantage of the clothes they wear. Today we asked CB students who are out of dress code why they are not wearing proper clothing.
What's the reason for you being out of dress code today?
You got a dress code, bro?
What? Yeah. Hey, what's the reason for you being out of dress code today?
Because I wanted to.
Because they don't dress code no more.
Being out of dress code today.
I'm actually co-owner of the school.
So next year, we're moving jeans from the dress code. How do you feel about that?
I think that's unfair.
Why do you think it's unfair?
Well, because jeans are like the most, how to look nice and casual at the same time.
Okay, but if you think about it, there's a ton of people out of dress code, so do you think it's fair now?
No.
We're not on dress code today.
It's stress less week.
It's because I was lazy. I was in a hurry.
Oh, okay.
I ran out of CB sweaters. It's because I was cold.
We then asked teacher Mr. Rio what his thoughts were on the CB dress code.
The CB dress code as opposed to CB uniform is largely has to do about equity, inclusion, and identity of us as a institution, as a school. It tries to create a sense of belonging. It tries to create a dress standard that is financially, socially equitable to various economic and social means, and without that it kind of goes, Wild West example, and so you get symbolically through dress disequity towards gender, to ethnic and or economic and social types.
This has been Zachary Castillo and Richie Luceros Matos for the Talon Morning News.
That's a wrap for our 2023 school year. This has been Kennedy Lindsay
and Esmeralda Sandoval.
Have a great summer, CB.